gentlemen, this is Karen Mitchell, and Karen, you're a birth instructor.
Yes, I've been teaching prenatal classes for over 30 years, and I'm here because I would like world peace. And I don't think world peace is achievable until we stop torturing babies. I believe that out of the torture put upon babies, there comes a great deal of unrest and anger and violence in the world. And I believe that the two are completely intertwined. And until we no longer torture babies, we can never have world peace. So we did a private class, and
Was it at their house or at your house?
at their house. And when we were nearly done, I started speaking about just some of the circumcision facts, how many are done, the fact that every professional body in Canada that works with newborn babies is actually against circumcision. The nurses, the midwives, and the physicians are all against infant circumcision. And I just started very calmly stating some facts and showing a poster of an intact baby and a circumcised baby. And the man immediately jumped up and was very angry and said, "Stop this, I don't need to hear this." And his wife looked at him in shock and was very surprised about this huge amount of anger, because he was literally vibrating in anger, and said, "Stop, I won't listen to this." And I've had more than the two experiences, but at the end of the day, it is very obvious to me that when people have that kind of anger that comes from somewhere very, very deep, and they're not even consciously aware of why they're so angry, there's a lot of work to be done. If people don't realize that men are angry, they have a right to be angry. We are torturing our baby boys, and we need to stop it. And I think there's a lot of this, and when we talk about violence,
We're torturing our baby boys.
We're torturing our baby boys.
Right there.
And
It
I'll
is
tell you right
absolutely
now,
torture.
I totally believe that we talk about anger and violence against women. Well, when my middle son was very small, I have 3 intact sons. And when my middle son was small, his dad had just gotten out of the shower. And my middle son went to him and he said, my eldest and my youngest never noticed and never cared about their dad's penis. But my middle one said to his dad one day, "Dad, how come," he was about 7 or 8 years old, "Dad, how come your penis looks different than ours?" And my husband said, "Well, I'm circumcised and you're not. And a circumcision is when they take this part of your penis, the foreskin, and they cut it off." And I was listening from the hallway, and the first thing out of his little 7 or 8-year-old mouth was, "But why did Grandma let them cut your penis?" And in that moment, I realized that I had dodged a bullet by not having my son circumcised. And I also realized that a great deal of anger towards women comes from these subconscious idea that the mother is there. You come out of the mother's body and the mother's there to protect you. And when the mother doesn't protect you, she is going to be the first one on the receiving end of that anger. And so I've been talking to people about it for over 30 years, and I hope that one day it's something we never have to talk about again.